question.
All right. So, question is, should tuition at public colleges be ended to level the playing field? And honestly, my personal opinion is that tuition colleges, like, I don't think they should be free, but I do think that they should be reduced like drastically, because it says here that tuition-free colleges won't have the resources to serve additional students without compromising the quality of their offerings, basically meaning that they would have to cut the quality of basically everything they get included with the tuition, with the college experience. You know, the dorm, the classrooms and whatnot. They'd have to cut those budgets completely. And I'm pretty sure students don't want to come to a rundown school that would have a poor teaching experience, poor dorms, and poor everything else. So, like, honestly, I do feel like they should have to pay a certain share of it, but I don't think that it should be up there like 80 grand or 60 grand a year. Like, that's just my own personal.
Yeah, pick up on what he said. Like, college is pretty expensive, but at the same time, like, if you didn't pay for anything, it just would, like, it would mess up the economy, basically. Like, because all the school teachers and all of, like, basically the taxpayers would have to pay for the school so it could be free. So with that being said, like, you're taking more money away from the regular people and yourself at the same time, because you got to pay taxes too. Once you get out of college, you got to pay taxes also. So I mean, it really just like it's like it says in the problem is that free colleges are free. It says rationing will hurt those who need access the most. Like, if you just keep pushing for free college, like, it's just gonna mess up the public's budget.
I said no because finding a job would be harder because everybody would have like college diplomas, so like there's gonna be competition.
That is actually an issue right now. People taking out loans, big time loans, and they're having a hard time finding a job. So they're working a normal like Office Depot job or something like that, but they're going back.
Yeah, basically, like, with us paying tuition, not only does the college benefit from it, but that's actually like teacher salaries and employee salaries. Like, you're paying for them to be able to keep their job. Like, if you didn't pay what you need to pay to go to college, then those people would probably lose their jobs because they can't be paid. They can't be paid their, wages and whatnot. So I feel like, I guess. Yeah, you got that. I agree.
All right, Dylan, where do you want to go to college?
I don't.
No, that's actually
Yeah, I'm not going to college.
I don't mean this. I mean this in a good way. What?
Be okay with that. Like,
Where would if? Is it music one?
Yeah. Well, it's like the Atlanta Institute of Music and Media or something. That's like kind of a college thing. If I did anything, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I'm not going to college.
How expensive is that?
I don't know. I haven't really.
It's not like really that expensive. It's not like a university. Like, you're basically taking lessons rather than taking like actual like classes. Like, you get lessons and stuff like that. You get like hands-on training. So it's like, I think it's like $3,000 or something like that.
Yeah, they have like they'll have people that like graduated there or somebody. They'll have just like people go there and talk, and like it's. I'm trying to think of like the word, but it's like almost like a clinic or like a Q&A or something, and those are just free sometimes.
Yeah.
Have you broke it to your parents that you don't want to go to college?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Have you?
I told my mom too.
All right, how'd she react?
She just was like, if that's what you want to do, she was like, you better do that, because she was like, you just not finna just not do nothing. She was like, don't think that you just finna make it in life without going to anything. She was like, at least have a backup plan, because she was like, what if music doesn't work out? So I think about going to technical college, trying to get a trade, because those are like kind of demanding jobs. Like, there's always going to need a plumber or a technician or like an engineer somewhere, a carpenter. Yeah, they always going to need people like that somewhere.
All right, it's music you want, right?
No.
All right, so let me ask you this question about if if you say the most logical one to work in the music thing is a technician, because you might actually get work like
Yeah.
setting up stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna get work like instantly.
Will that safety get in the way of trying to make it in music?
Yeah, probably. Because when I get to the point where it's like, okay, this job is paying great, you see what I'm saying? Like, if I try to venture off into my own music, it's gonna take away time from the job. So I mean, it may take away that, but at the same time, I still have the skill, so then I can still get a job to get paid. So I don't have to worry about not having anything at all.
The topic is, should college tuition be free?
I feel like it's a time and age where money relies on a lot of things, and even things that aren't materialistic. Education isn't materialistic, but they charge so much for it. $40,000 a year. I could understand why some kids in our day will say, "Why would I spend $40,000 if I'm trying to get rich?" That's taking $40,000 out of my pocket that could have been in my pocket, right? But
Maybe even more, because when you pay interest,
yeah.
you might actually pay 60, 70,000 for 40,000.
Yeah,
And if you
and
late
what I
on
was
payments,
what I was gonna say on that is like, even with you paying that 40,000, think about if someone gave you 40,000 and said, take 2 steps out here into the real world and see what you could do with this 40,000. I bet you like in a couple of years, some people with that 40,000, they would have came up with a business and probably invested into other things that brought their money level up. But some people probably would have threw that money away and been like, so how would college help me now if I'm broke? What did you do with that $40? You didn't make a good little, you know what I'm saying? You didn't do no good thing with it. You did, yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right. Let me throw it on here. Just say,
It was good.
you feel confident that your college is going to be paid for. You're saying.
No.
No? North Georgia? Or no? Are you worried about the price of college?
Worried about paying the price.
All right. Oh, very good. Carlos Chavez.
Yes, you got this.
All right. Are you worried about the price of college?
Like, I know it is, like in my opinion, yeah, it's kind of pricey, but let's say, just like any other thing in life, if you want it, you're gonna work your way to it. So I think it's more like, it is pricey, but if you're determined on getting your education and getting a certain job, I think you would work your way to pay for it, or somehow to get the money for it.
nothing over here.
I have to throw a question at you. I'm guessing. If I'm off, tell me I'm off. Are you thinking of going into the business that you were working in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah.
All right. Is a college degree necessary for that? Is there any pressure from your family to go to college? All right. Why, all right, in essence, why do you think a college degree really isn't going to help you in the business you're going into?
As long as you know how to do the job, they don't really care. As long as you can get it done, it
So
doesn't matter.
it's a skill that you have to learn by doing?
Yeah. Carpenter work, yeah, installing cabinets. So there's no point in being on college.
Give them a hand!